So before completely quitting Instagram 6 months back, I gave myself a whole year to exponentially reduce the time I spend on the app. And before going into the full 14-step strategy of doing that yourself, I want to ensure two things. First, you don't have the app on your phone because it is optimized for your phone. It will hook you, it will make you an addict if you still have it on your phone. Just delete it right now. We are business owners, we are not supposed to have the mobile app. It is for like influencers and TikTok dancers. So please quit the app, delete the app right now. Second thing is notifications. Every notification steals half an hour of your time. I've iterated this multiple times on this channel. So just cut off the notifications and we are now ready to go. But for those who don't know me, I am Roshan and I'm trying to become one of the most ruthlessly disciplined entrepreneurs and building a community of like-minded people. So if you have ever struggled with mental mastery, distractions, join this channel. It will have a lot of value coming in. Okay, let's just get started. First thing that you need to do after those two important steps is figure out your usage patterns, right? We all know that people watch reels more than they watch posts. People watch funny content more than like inspirational content. So like that, you need to analyze when, why, and how you engage with Instagram for business purposes, right? Like networking, market research, promotions versus personal scrolling that distracts you from your entrepreneurial goals, right? What are you spending more time at? Question yourself. Are you analyzing competitors or searching for products or services or increasing your followers? What do you spend most time at? Right? Note that down and notice patterns that happens. So with me, what used to happen is I used to spend so much time when it was my birthday or a festival or a holiday or some result or if I have posted a singing cover, I'll spend so much time. Basically, whenever I expected a praise, external validation, I spent so much time on Instagram. So that is one thing that I noticed in myself. So it's important to note down your specific patterns, right? Because they are different for everyone. Same is for triggers are also different. Figure out what leads to excessive Instagram uses. So patterns and triggers will be the difference is triggers is something that starts the pattern, right? So the trigger can be an emotional state, whether feeling overwhelmed, procrastination on crucial tasks, experiencing a setback, right? Or some situation that lull, like a downfall has come in your work, you are comparing with your competitors too often, right? So what you need to do is write down if then statements for all these situations and emotional states. That if I am feeling overwhelmed, instead of using Instagram and furthermore blasting my dopamine, I'll just go take a walk in a green park or meditate, right? So write down these if then statements and follow them. It will become better with time. And the next step is to measure your value to distraction ratio. Assess the balance between meaningful engagement that directly supports your businesses, which is connecting with potential clients or gaining market insights, versus the vast amount of time spent on consuming content that offers no tangible return. Right? You are consuming reels, you're consuming Yashraj music. Does it give any value to your business? Sure, it makes you laugh for 5 seconds, but not worth it, bro. This can hurt your productivity and impact your ability to focus on more important things. These are the most more important things. If you chase these things a lot, your ability to do these things will get hampered, right? Now, fourth step is feed curation and retraining the algorithm. So it's difficult to retrain the algorithm because Instagram ensures we watch things that are most addictive so that we stay on the platform more. But to whatever extent we can, we should ruthlessly eliminate accounts that lead to negative comparisons with competitors, fuel imposter syndrome, or do not provide valuable industry insights or connections. So just get rid of, unfollow them, block them, and prioritize following thought leaders, potential collaborators, and supportive communities relevant to your niche. not relevant to every other niche. Okay, I really like Amitabh Bachchan because he gives some acting tips, let's say, but I don't want to become an actor. I want to become a business owner, so I'll follow Alex Hermosi instead of Amitabh Bachchan, right? And mindfully engage with the content that provides genuine value for business industry. So like this is your explore page, right? So explore page should be filled with things that you like. It's not completely under your control, because Instagram has made it so that it becomes too addictive. But let's say this is an architect's explore page, so some architecture here, some here, some roads in here, some quotes and all. So like that, actively indicate not interested in irrelevant or distracting content, and just be a little bit active, like mindfully engage with content that provides genuine value. Save that thing which is important, so that Instagram's algorithm will figure out that, oh, you like that thing more often. Hey guys, I have a quick thing for you. If you feel mentally drained or brain fog at any point of the day, I made something for you. This is a 10-step checklist, and if you follow all these 10 steps, your brain will be much sharper, clearer, and you'll be able to execute all your tasks with better focus and energy. So just click the first link in the description. It's totally free. And if you're not a subscriber, what are you doing, man? There's these cool resources. You're missing these out. Just subscribe, and let's get back to the video. Right. Now, notifications. I talked about it later also, but build a notification free environment. That is the best thing, right? I'll show you a fool. It's an ass called TA1005890 on Reddit. He asked that I want some notifications. I don't want notifications that say Mary, James, Peter have posted a story, but I want Jennifer posted a story or photo. Like, I don't know. So then somebody gave a tutorial and then says, and that was like, you have to personally go on their profile for every follower you have. Most people have more than 1,000 followers, okay? And going to each person's profile to turn off notifications seems a lot of work, but I might as well do it. Don't be an ass. Don't be so stupid that you spend so much time on going every one of those 800 profiles and personally muting them. Just shut off the notifications, brother. It will not harm you at all. So just kick off that notifications out of your phone. Next is time boxing. This is really important. You don't want your phone to distract you all the day. You set a particular time, set a strict scheduled time slot for Instagram engagement, treating them as dedicated business tasks with defined start and end time to prevent encroachment on core work hours. Otherwise, it'll eat up your hours. Once you start scrolling, you know, you have seen it yourself. It eats up all your time, right? You don't want that to happen. So you just schedule like half an hour to an hour long session every day, if that's what you want. And when you schedule it, it will not be a distraction that distracts you the whole day. You only log in for a particular time on the desktop app, not on the mobile app. You are not touching that mobile app, right? You do all the business operations that you want, and then you log out. Don't keep your social media accounts logged in, especially Instagram. Never turn off the notifications. Don't let it mail you. Just use it for business operations. Okay. Next step is to create boundaries. Implement digital boundary tools, including apps and blockers. I'll give you a few examples. Specifically to minimize impulsive access during critical work hours. So when you are working on a deep hour work slot, you never want your mobile to be in sight. Your mobile should not be on your desk, and you should just be working with full focus on the task at hand, right? Maintain focus on business priorities then. Don't check your mobile ever when you are doing a deep work. Explore accountability systems potentially involving a co-founder or a mentor. If it is possible for you, it is great. Like when you are working, your mentor or your co-founder is working with you. So if they see you on Instagram, so like, hey mate, we agree that we'll have a deep work slot. Why are you checking your phone? Why are you checking Instagram? That is the best accountability setup, right? If you don't, then think of other systems. Next step is getting back to flow. So when you have just gone on Instagram, scrolled for a few bit, done some business operations. But Instagram, being a stimulating platform, it has raised your dopamine level. Now you need to do a few rituals, do a few things that will reduce it to the baseline so that you can enjoy your work. Otherwise, you'll not be able to enjoy your work. Your brain will still think, oh, I just need to go back to Instagram, go back to Instagram. So you develop a clear mental transition ritual to consciously shift your focus from Instagram back to deep work and strategic planning after scheduled sessions. So this could involve reviewing your to-do list, like just seeing the tasks. Okay, now this, now this, now this, taking a few breaths and then getting back to it, or setting intentions before your next work walk, or what I used to do back in the days, watching a motivational video like stop wasting your time, it's time to go all in. It works sometimes, not all the times, but you can do that. Next is pattern interrupt. So when you are engaging in Instagram, implement a pattern interruption strategy, that when you have that urge to check Instagram, right? It can be like just shutting down your laptop. Shutting, you can't shut off your PC, but let's say you have a laptop, just shut down your laptop whenever the urge arises outside of that time block. Okay, so or a mental cue to refocus on your current task. So when, let's say, you're working on some client document, and this urge comes, oh, I just need to check up with the client if they want this or that, and then you're like, okay, let's just check my Instagram, and you just say, you take your hands towards your phone, a cue comes, okay, this is not my time slot for Instagram. I do not want to check Instagram. Just the client work, whatever information I have, I'll do that. And after the slot, I'll do the rest of the work, right? So that can be one thing. And then apps like OneSec and Opal, and also the setting limit of time limit in Instagram itself can provide a crucial pause for reconsideration. So download these apps; these work really fine, and this will help you in pattern interruption. Cool. Now, replacement behaviors. So earlier it used to happen a lot when I used to deactivate Instagram for a few days. I quickly shifted to YouTube Shorts because the habit was to scroll instant gratification reels. So you definitely don't want that to happen. So you should be clear what you will replace Instagram use with, because up till now you were scrolling Instagram for 5 hours, for 6 hours. Now you want to drastically reduce it. What you will do in the rest of the time, you need to figure that out. Identify productive alternatives that align with your entrepreneurial goals and can satisfy the urge for a break or simulation. So it can be reading industry articles, networking, or brainstorming new ideas. I do this quite a lot. When I feel bored by my work, I just keep on. I'm a planner by instinct. So I start planning out future plans and stuff like that. So you need to come up with behaviors that you will do when some feeling comes that I need to take a break. Let's go on Instagram. Oh, instead of Instagram, let's just read this comic. So, reading a comic is much better than Instagram, right? Because there is one storyline, there is one language, there is just one theme going on consistently, rather than just switching like a schizophrenia, like very quickly. Next is delegated management. So what happens when business owners comes on social media for making out content or building their brands? What they do is they spread wide, like a mile wide and an inch deep on all the platforms, and they are then overwhelmed. Oh, I need a strategy for LinkedIn also, for Instagram also, for YouTube also. So instead of doing that, be selective about your digital tools and resist the urge to be everywhere online, initially at least, especially if it leads to feeling overwhelmed or manipulated. Instead, what you can do is, if you can, appoint a social media manager or a virtual assistant that handle all your social media, right? From your Instagram to your Snapchat. I don't know why I said Snapchat. That is a acid social media, sorry. So you're just bothered once a week for content planning and major decisions, and rest of the time just that VA or that social media manager handles all your social media. This is the best thing you can do if you have a business which has active need of you being on social media, this is the best. You don't get your focus fragmented, and your employee does that for you. So I think it is very important to protect your focus, because today in the attention economy, everyone wants your focus. And if you keep that to yourself and just direct that in making world's best products and services, that will help you and the world to create more impact, right? So if you can, please do this. Next is badged content creation. If you have a business which requires content creation, implement a system for batching content creation for Instagram, scheduling posts in advance to maximize impact while minimizing the need for frequent platform exposure, right? The less you go on Instagram, the better. So if you batch your content and then schedule post everything, that would be great alternative. Next is 80/20 Insta usage. So identify 20% of your Instagram activities that yield 80% of your business results. I'm not saying gratification results, like business results, which would be like lead generation, brand building, valuable connections, and prioritize those while minimizing the time spent on low impact activities like passive scrolling. Don't want that. Just do the 20% things which are crucial for your business and forget all other things. You don't need to make a reel dancing on that trendy song. You don't need to message your jobless friends. You just need to focus on 20% of the things that matters, that turns out the leverage, right? So identify that and help your virtual assistant to do that, or do it yourself, whatever. And last thing is, never go back to old patterns. Never go back. So be vigilant for early warning signs of replacing. What is replacing? Relapsing into old patterns, such as neglecting crucial tasks. Let's say adding a new feature to your website, and you're like, oh, this takes too much time, oh, this is too much coding, I just need a break, let's go on Instagram. Then you are neglecting crucial business tasks. When you're feeling increased anxiety related to competitors post, and when you are just thinking about your competitors a lot more than your product, then this is a red flag, right? Or exceeding your set time boundaries consistently. When your 1 second timer goes up and then says like take a break, and then you are pressing okay 15 minutes more, okay 15 minutes more, okay 15 minutes, like you have done this 15 times already. Red flag that you are getting back to your old patterns. From 5 hours you came to 2 hours, not to go back to 5 hours. See, you will go back to 5 hours if you don't catch yourself and say, boss, I went from 5 hours to 2 hours because I wanted to focus more on my business and focus less on Instagram. I wanted to make my brain better, stronger, more focused than just going on Instagram and satisfying my instant gratification urge. Remind yourself, why are you doing this? See, you can do a lot by reducing Instagram usage, but the best outcome would be to just give it all up. This video will give you 10 reasons you should immediately leave Instagram if you are into business and you are serious about it. And this video will show you the exact roadmap to leave Instagram for good. I hope you liked it. See you in the next one. Subscribe.